let me hear the next one. Monica.
And then going into I thought that was funny. That like I don't know if this is the first time I really watched it since we did that watch along, and realizing Ja Rule's character is purely just trying to win a race to have a threesome. Like that's all it is like you see him touches the boob, she's like, you could have this and she says, win or lose, this is yours. And then she says, what if you win, you could have her too. And there's the other girl across the way, and then he loses, and then she's like, and then she's not, I think she's just like a Latina girl, drops the N-bomb and was just like, you didn't win.
That's pretty accurate for LA, I'm assuming.
Yeah. And
in early 2000s for sure. Right now thousands.
Right now thousands. Fucking what else? So I just have a lot of like pre-production or like kind of the development of it and how it started was basically the director is Rob Cohen, and then there's the producer, his name is like Neil something, and they made a movie with Paul Walker, and Paul Walker was just like, apparently, and the director and the producer were really fucked with Paul Walker, and Paul Walker was just like, yeah, I want to like race cars in a movie, like I want to be like undercover cop, I want to do this. And then they were like, oh, okay, yeah. And then apparently there was these producers from Universal that found this like article, this like I forgot what, I think it was Vibe magazine. There was an article for Vibe magazine called Racer X or some shit, and it was about like the underground like street racing scene basically, and it was in New York, and basically how it's the street racing scene started in like California and then basically made its way all the way to New York City. And the director Rob Cohen like went to one of these races and was like, hell, like this is it, this is what we need to do. And so they basically hired these two guys to like write the script, and then the script was originally in New York, and like there was like a different title of the movie, it was like different everything. And then I forgot like how everything happened, but David Ayer is the guy who rewrote the script. David Ayer is the guy who wrote Training Day, a lot of LA movies. He wrote the Bright movie that came out, the Netflix movie. Remember that movie Harsh Times?
That was a good movie. Harsh Times?
With Christian Bale, where he plays like a cholo.
I heard that was one of his. No, yeah, that wasn't. I'm thinking about somebody else.
For some reason, I can picture him with the hairnet on in my mind.
Maybe that's straight. It might be it. I think you're right.
So David Ayer is the one who rewrote it, made it, and he was like, I only want to rewrite it if we make it an LA movie, because I think all of his movies take place in LA. And David Ayer, I think he didn't direct. I think he directed the Suicide Squad movie. He also directed
the first one, the Suicide Squad,
or not the
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, just Suicide Squad, the bad one.
Okay,
the terrible one. And so, anyways, yeah, David Ayer wrote it, and then they originally wanted, Timothy Oliphant.
That sounds so familiar.
The guy from he was in that show Justified on FX. I've never watched it, but that's the only big thing I know he was from. Timothy Oliphant. What else could I?
Is he the other guy on Yellowstone? You said on what? Yellowstone?
No, Justified.
Justified. Never seen it.
Timothy Oliphant. What's his main things? Justified. Oh, he was Hitman.
Oh yeah.
Hell, you should have said the main guy from Justified. He was in I Am Number 4.
Yes. He has the weird hip walk.
They make fun of his walk.
He has the nose narrow.
He was in Mandalorian as the Mandalorian.
Yes.
And he runs to the side.
Yeah, why does he?
He runs on the side. It's so funny.
But he was gonna be in. He was supposed to be Vin Diesel's part. He was supposed to be Dominic Toretto, but he read the script and said, "This sounds stupid." Turned down the offer.
Thank God. Cause he
It would've been trash.
He never say family like he's supposed to.
Damn.
Right.
I don't think it would turn into a billion-dollar franchise. I think, and that's watching this first movie. I was like, "This is Vin Diesel's franchise," because he, one, is kind of acting his ass off in this movie. Like, he's actually pretty good. He's not a good actor, but for some reason, this is like
The one role that he's like,
where it's
solid.
like, this is him. Like, I never knocked on nobody. Like, that's good. Because the Buster kept me out of handcuffs.
right.
He was just sitting at the desk at the beginning when you first see him. Like, even just that, like, imposing stature that he's not a big dude, but he was an imposing, like, force
he
already.
is jacked.
Yeah.
And
like, just the way they shot him sitting at that desk, like, you're like, damn.
Like,
Made him look like he was 6 feet tall.
and he owns like there's like Toretto's like cafe. It's like in the middle. I don't know. What happened to that cafe? That's another thing I thought. Like, do they go back to that? Because it was called
I think that joint
Toretto's.
I think that joint is definitely just like abandoned or abandoned now. There's no way they went.
Did
They
he?
just
I'm
left.
trying to
Remember, like they never.
Right,
went back
they
to
were
the house
gone.
till, like, the 8th movie or 9th.
Yeah.
movie.
Everything got shot up.
Yeah, the house. Didn't the house explode in one of the movies?
Oh, that is true. They went back. Is that the 5th one? When they house
That might be the
Oh
fifth
no,
one.
that was the 6th one.
The sixth
because,
one. Okay, so I do remember the
5.
6th one.
Because 5 was with Shaw.
5 is in Brazil. Yeah. Yeah.
No, 6 is with Shaw.
6
So
is with
7
Shaw.
is when the house blew
5
up
is with
because-
Hobbs.
Yes.
Shaw is the one that blows up the house, or is like kind of the
They were
reason.
both Shaw. Remember, they're mad. What's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Other
Jason.
Shaw that's in the joint. Yeah, Jason Statham.
Jason
He
Statham.
blew up the house because of his brother getting beat by the team over in 6.
Oh shit!
Remember in 6 they was in England and they were doing. That's when he had the magnetic
That's
lead
that
car.
one. Oh,
and he had
that's
the
that
V12.
one.
Yeah. And he was like,
Okay. I
he was
have
like,
like
I've never seen no shit like that.
when we get to that episode, there will be. That's why I'm like kind of nervous that we're doing this series because it's just like I'm really putting myself, like making myself watch these movies. Like 7, I don't even know what's gonna happen at 7, or 8, or 9. Like, why is there 10?
9 is the swing. 9 is when it gets wrapped around the charge. You got to pick a thing from each movie to let you know this is that movie. So
9
the submarine is 8.
When
That's
we-
how you know.
When we were doing the podcast, 9 came out, I think.
Yes.
So I think you probably talked about it when it came out.
Yeah, I went to the movie
Probably.
theaters and saw it. And they kicked when they 8 was when they kicked the torpedo. When the Rock kicked it, that's when you
Oh my
knew
God.
we was already getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
But once he kicked the torpedo with his feet, and I said, yes. Fuck reality, baby, yeah.
No, yeah. And then Rob Cohen, who I think was like a producer or maybe directed some episodes for that old show Saved by the Bell. He wanted.
Why you say it like that?
It's an older
Damn.
show.
Yeah, it is an older show, but you say old show like it's like
Right. Like it was
Mary
Matlock
Tyler Moore.
or something.
Yeah, like the Mary Tyler Moore show or
That's
some shit
pre
like
my
that.
time. He wanted Mario Lopez to be Brian.
Boo.
God, things just work out how they're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. He wanted Mario Lopez to be Brian, even though God dang on
Paul Walker
just came up with the idea.
Yeah, Paul Walker was like, I want to be a undercover cop. And then I think it was like, or I think Rob Cohen was like kind of pitched it. Was just like, what if we get Mario Lopez? Like pre everything. I think that was, and then a lot of shit got declined. Like the studio. What did I have here? There was like the studio wanted, like just like the whole bunch of like dumb shit that just didn't match this, and it was actually Vin Diesel's idea to make like the opening scene, and the crew like with like Letty and Mia and Jesse and all of them, they were all like white. And it was Vin Diesel's idea. It was like, we need diversity, like literally, like it needs to be like like at the first street race, he was like, there needs to be black people, Asian people, Hispanic people, and really, it's crazy because there wasn't in movies, like different races like hanging out, and the only thing they're like bonding over are cars. You know what I mean? Like this is what bringing that. There's no violence. There's no beef. You know what I mean?
Their culture, and then you can see like their culture is reflected in each of their like cars. So like you know, the Koreans had Hondas, but everybody had Hondas, but it was the type of Honda you had with them. They had the Civics. The Hector and them had the Civics.
Hector, they had T66 turbos, spoon engines, fucking.
I need 3 each.
And a lot of that shit was made up too, like the Motec system exhaust. That's not even a thing. And
I wouldn't have never known the difference.
But the cars are sick though, like the green Eclipse. So okay, the movie starts off with the 3 Honda Civics that fucking they rob a truck full of VCRs, like not just VCRs, but like TV VHS player combo players, like the TVs with
these things was like $800 back then, $800-$900.
Yeah,
and they steal a truck full of it. And apparently in the story, like actually like paying fully attention to the story, they steal like $6 million worth of VHS players, which is like in like 3 months, I think, is like their thing. Because I'm trying to like, I don't know, I never really like full attentive what's the story to this movie, but when you watch it, you're like, this is kind of like when you really pay attention to the story, Vince was right. They're all hating on Vince, being like, yo, Vince, chill out, you're being an asshole. But he's the one who's like, he's a cop, like he was right the whole time. And so I thought he
said that in 4, remember?
Do they say that?
He says it to him in 4. He was like, basically like, you hurt my feelings that we're here because of you not listening to me. We're all in this situation because you didn't listen to me. It is your fault that we are all not able to go back to America.
And then one thing I like thought was hilarious when I was watching it, I was laughing. They call the big event that they go to is called the Race Wars.
Y'all didn't even think. Y'all didn't even try.
Race Wars. Hell
they
yeah.
said, fuck it, man. And then we found out it's actually a real thing in L.A.
It's like, we're going to Race Wars. We're having Race Wars. And then the green, I just put in my notes, the green Honda Civics with the neon lights was like the coolest shit. The Honda going under the truck was like monumental to me.
You're talking about cultural moments, just
opening scene, like
the neon lights under you could just that's still a thing, obviously, but back then, everybody, it didn't matter what fucking car.
You could have any, and that was the cool part because they're not driving like Porsches or fast like luxury cars. They're driving like tuner cars, like Need for Speed shit. And that's one thing I thought of too. Like this movie sparked you get Need for Speed Underground after this, Underground and Underground 2. You get Midnight Club. You get like this wave of just car shit. You get Tokyo Drift, and the Tokyo Drift kind of moonshotted it, like, and just made. I feel like cars just became a thing. Street racing, like in the Cars the movie, you get those like. Those neon, the all neon fucking race cars and stuff like that. I just thought, I was like, that this started it all. Like
cars, cars would like represent the race that the car was. So like the lowriders were Mexican cars.
Yes.
Nobody ever questioned it.
Yeah, they were like,
They were like, we got to be racist somehow in this.
The Asian cars.
The Asian cars had like the PlayStations
inside
the cars.
Everything was very like.
And it turns out, what's so funny that you say that is that doing research is that all the cars that you see all the extras are all real people in LA. Like the producers like put it out. They were like, if you want your car in this movie, just show up here and you'll be in the movie. And that Asian dude that is in the race in the beginning, he's not an actor. He was a consultant in the movie. Like he's a real street racer who actually street raced, and kind of was the one that kind of taught everyone on set like how you act at a street race and how this shit kind of works. And then one thing that's funny is like the 4 cars, like there was 4 people racing in the beginning that they'd never that's not a thing. Like there's always 1-on-1. There's always 2 cars. There's never 4 people, which I was like, that's funny because like when you watch or when you play Need for Speed, you're like, there's fucking 10 cars racing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Racing, we shutting down the street, bombing and weaving through traffic.
And that's another thing too, is like I don't know why I never noticed, like the beginning of the race is just a straight, that's supposed to be a quarter mile. That's supposed to be not that long. And they're going like 150 miles an hour. And
for a long time.
And they're just going straight. And there's no like turns. And then I don't know, that's why I thought could have used more. I think that's why Tokyo Drift is so good. And maybe that's why Too Fast, Too Furious is so good too, is because the races are cooler. But with this, it's like all the races are drag races.
Right.
And
Yeah, especially with like, Tokyo Drift and literally drifting.
And we'll get to
it. Was just visually,
We'll get to it next week, but Too Fast, Too Furious, you get the car going over another car. Like, I feel like that was like, okay, we're already getting a little more ridiculous.
I was just about to say Too Fast, Too Furious is when they started doing stuff that wasn't racing. Like they used their cars for not racing. It was only heist.
It was like crime.
And they only raced to get the car for the heist. Like all of that nothing was for the thrill of the race. But Dom wasn't there, so I think that's actually, pretty smart, or not smart, but like good writing how Dom's not there, so the focus wasn't the quarter mile anymore.
Yeah. Because do you remember the movie that came out, or it's like a featurette kind of thing? It was like a short movie. It was like there's no dialogue, and it shows what happens between the first and second movie, like Brian moving to Florida and shit like that.
It was on the DVD.
Yeah. It was like a special features thing. Yeah. It was like a prologue or whatever to Too Fast, Too Furious.
It was. I do remember that. And I did. The minute you said, I was like, when you said no dialogue, I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Another thing, I'm trying to think more like what I liked about like the opening. Like the shot, it was all shot pretty well. Even like some of the VFX are like pretty fucking good. Like it looks like it's of its time, but it still like looks kind of good. Even the shot, I love the shot. It's like one of the most iconic ones where it's like through the driver's side window, and you could see all the racers' faces, and it's like Rax focus, like from down the line and all the way to Vin Diesel, and like talk about, I don't know, this is looking way too deep into it, but storytelling through cinematography, where it shows all the cars pulling up to the finish line, and then Brian's car goes past, and then he has to like go in reverse. Or like clearly shows he's never done this before, and then cuts to the shot of Brian through the driver's side window, Rax focus to each person's reaction to what he just did, and then Vin Diesel like shakes his head, and then Rax focus all the way back to Brian, and then he's like, I'm gonna win, and he's like whispering to himself. Like that alone, I was like, that's filmmaking right there.
That motherfucker's a cornball. He don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, and another thing, which I think they call it out, to where it's just like, who's this random dude who comes out of nowhere and he's got like fucking $30,000 worth of shit in his, it's like brand new in his car. It's like such like it's obvious. Yeah.
You're like, who are you and where did you get that money?
Yeah, where'd you get all this? But you have all the best shit in here.
I'm from Arizona. Like, that's not an answer. Are you a fucking drug dealer?
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? And like, I feel like realistically, you would be like, nah, bro. Like, where?
Yeah, you'd be like, fuck no. You were fed immediately.
And then One thing while I was watching it, I was laughing at Ja Rule's line before the race. Paul Walker, you know, like they're standing by the car. Hector comes up, and then Hector's like, "Oh, my name's Hector. Got a last name too, but I don't know how to pronounce it," which is like, all right. And then Ja Rule comes out, and you can tell Ja Rule is like trying to be good. Because he's like, he literally says, it's not how you stand by your car, it's how you race your car. Like, what is that? Is
It doesn't.
That isn't.
I just looked up the ID. I wanted to see where he was from in Arizona, and it says he's from Tucson.
Yeah, from Tucson.
So I was about to say, if it said Scottsdale or like Phoenix, I could see like him having money, and I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense in a weird roundup. But Tucson, this nigga, you a fed. Nigga.
Yeah.
You straight from you a fed, nigga. You ain't got no money.
And you're white?
Yeah,
Nah.
you white from Tucson? Come on, bro. What you talking about?
Yeah. That's not a thing. But
That's not real.
I also there was a lot of like sexual vibes throughout the entire movie. Like, not only the Ja Rule thing, literally
It's the whole scene.
It was the Ja Rule thing. It was when after the race, when the Never Knocked on Nobody, when he comes back with Brian, there's like literally chicks kissing, like like
Having a whole house party.
Everybody's always sweaty. Everybody's always like glistening.
And then when Hector, when he like later on in the movie, like when Brian breaks into Hector's garage and like checks out what he's doing at the El Gato fucking cat, or El Gato Negro, the black cat, and there's literally like chicks all on Hector. It's like a whole it's crazy how much like sexualized, like as a kid watching this, you're like, it goes over. I'm just like, oh wow, this is sick. Like, there's just hot chicks, cars, fast cars.
This is
cool.
what it is.
When they
this is a lifestyle.
At Race Wars, in that scene, there's literally a chick with like a white tank top, and there's people standing around her, and they're like showering her with water, and she's like dancing, and everyone's like, ah. I'm like, Jesus, like this is like really. I don't know. Is it just me, or I'm like, this is a lot of sexualization? I mean, it was Y2K. It was 2001. This came out in 2001.
Right.
I think that's probably why I think compared to like some 90s stuff, that was mild. That's probably why I was like, I know what you mean for sure. I think it was, I guess it was like, we'll leave it like sexualized, yeah. I'm trying to think of a serious word, but I can't catch one right now.
Yeah, I can't. That's the only way I can like try to put it.
Yeah.
Not vulgar, but
no, because it's not vulgar. It is sexualized. There's just that one scene where I don't know, movies where they do that. I'm like, what you doing that for? Like, why is everybody having sex at the same time?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What's up with that?
Because I'm thinking, I was like, if I'm making a movie, you have to be like, yes, you guys got to start kissing, or like. Because you have to set up lighting, you got to set up a production set, and you got to like, there's work that goes into making a movie, so it's not like on accident. You got to be like, we're going to get a shot of you just standing there, we're going to pour water over you, and you're just going to, it's like, this is crazy.
And let us pour water over you.
And you're just going to wear like a white tank top, and that's it.
But I think that was just indicative of that time era. That was like
and it's
MTV.
like, you know, LA, right?
That was
you
like
have
height
like
of like
spring
MTV,
break culture.
Oh my god! Yeah, I mean, thankfully, me and Amanda got to experience like the tail end of spring break culture. It really. I mean, the fucking Panama City might as well have been like Fast and the Furious, Florida, or some shit like that. It might as well have been that.
A oasis.
Yeah.
No, really.
Where's that from?
That's Too Fast, Too Furious.
That is.
That's Tyrese. I think Tyrese is the only person that's able to say oasis.
It's a oasis. Tyrese is probably the best thing that ever happened to Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, it's Vin Diesel, Tyrese, Luda. Those are the top three.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, this fucking movie. It's like in all the cars, iconic. They all like even the Charger.
Yep. Oh my God, that's the beginning of the Charger. That's like
because then
start.
that Charger is fucking that comes around
to 10. It's in 11. He drives off a fucking dam in 10 with it.
Jesus.
It comes all the way back. I mean, that thing, he swung across a bridge in Brazil in it. The Charger is the fucking Charger, man.
Yeah, I mean, when I was watching that movie as a kid, like that, I was like, that car is one of my favorite cars. Like
People were looking for that. Everybody wants that.
Like I wanted the remote control, like so badly. I wanted the RC car of a fucking Dodge Charger, of like the Fast and Furious Dodge Charger. And then I was talking to Rob about it before we started recording, Menda, about Johnny Tran, the Vietnamese villain.
Yeah.
Where
that man Korean.
I think they were Vietnamese. I'm pretty sure they were Vietnamese.
My bad.
But that dude, talk about like a face. The dude looked like he had 0% body fat.
Right.
And
when the dad slaps him.
I thought that was a good scene.
When they get raided.
And his family's there. There's no dialogue, and it's just showing. It's the raid happening, and it's like cross-cutting in between the raid and then like Dom and Letty like getting it on. Another sexualization scene. A lot of sexual.
At the
energy.
same time as his sister with Brian. That's why I was saying it was those weird cutaway scenes where it's like
the montage. There was a lot of montage.
Yeah. And then what else was cool about this movie? The Nos, obviously, this popularized. He was like, I need Nos.
It started a whole fucking energy drink, like.
Yeah, literally. And fucking the CG of like going from Dom's arm all the way through everything when he hits the Nos. Even the Nos button was his little. Was it the cigarette lighter? There was like a button on top of it. And then it goes through everything. That was, according to the director's commentary that I watched on the Blu-ray. I wonder, where's the Blu-ray at? I have this. I don't know when we bought this, but I've had this since I was a little kid. And I never watched any of the director's commentary.
Original.
And Rob Cohen said that was his idea of he wanted to like get across the message that these people are like one with their cars. And because that's what he got from going to these real underground street races, is that like these dudes know their car like more than anything. And like when they're driving, like they know exactly what's happening and everything like that. And so when he wanted a shot of like his going from his hand through the nozzles and the exhaust and everything coming out the back, showing that he's like connected with his car. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't really get that from it, but it was a sick shot.
Right. I guess when you say it now, I'm like, oh, I guess that makes sense.
But and then it does it again with Paul Walker when he hits the NOS. And then we get it Too Fast, Too Furious. We get the double. He presses both buttons at the same time.
Light speed going past him.
Right.
Yeah, and then,
like, dude, y'all going. This is a street. Y'all niggas are going like 199 miles per hour.
Yeah, and they only need like 10 seconds. It's like there's so many cars. There's so like this race is not going to take that long, and they're all like, "Watch out for cops! Watch out for cops!" And then the cops show up. It's like this probably real life only lasts about a minute, 2 minutes.
A minute. I mean, everybody. We were just talking about that. We were watching the what was it, 2016 Olympics with Sha'Carri Richardson? I can't remember. Or was it 2020? I can't remember.
That's probably 2020.
Yeah, the 2020 with the relay where Sha'Carri, well, just the U.S. women's team in general, how that relay was just like, I said, this is a 10-minute video, and the last 10 seconds was the part we were all wanting to watch. Like I said, we were talking about like even probably something like Fast and Furious, how you probably, or just people who are into cars, these people work on these cars and you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars like a track star. They train their whole lives for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
You have
That's
one
nuts.
chance for 10 seconds You train your whole life every day. You run all the time. These people spend thousands of dollars. If you're in the car, you spend thousands of dollars. You're just driving around. You're blowing stuff out, blowing shit up.
Yeah.
For 10 fucking seconds. That's crazy.
And that's the crazy thing about these cars. It's kind of like the more money, it's kind of like a money thing to where it's just like the more you can put into it, the more you win kind of. It's like pay to play kind of
Right.
thing. But
I made a decision when I first got in the military. I said, I am not a car guy because I saw how much money people were spending on things like going into crazy amounts of debt.
yeah, if you want like
tune their
sick
car
shit,
up. Yeah,
that's,
I mean,
it's crazy.
I lived in Spokane, Washington, so Subarus were like the car of Washington. They're very popular up there. So the WRX for the snow and stuff like that. Whoa, that's all I hear. People spending thousands of dollars on their WRXs.
No, yeah, the fucking. I know of cars, but I feel like if I were to call myself a car guy, that'd be stolen valor.
I can point them out. I can tell you what they are.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, that's sick. Like, that's Fast and Furious car. Like,
Fast and Furious car.
like I'll be like, oh, that's an Eclipse. Oh, that's like the Eclipse, or like the Supra, the orange Supra. At the end is
Supra.
That's like one of the best cars of all time. One. I mean,
Jesse's car too. What was he had a white Volkswagen?
Yeah, that was like a Golf.
The Jetta.
Or was it? It was like a Jetta station wagon. Or no, it was just a regular Jetta.
Another money fucking pit for people. People, oh my god, those Golfs and Jettas and shit,
dude. Like because like that was. It's like you take these cheap cars, but then like you find ways to, alter them and tune them and make it. Which it's like the people in the factories aren't really thinking about like the customization, like how much you can actually like mod these and like fuck with them to make them like crazy like fucking street racing cars. And
I
it's
think
like
Honda's pretty good. I think they actually do keep that kind of like in mind. I think Honda, I don't know about everybody else, but I think Honda's kind of built for I think maybe Subarus are too. Like I think certain cars they do keep that in mind. Like there's an entire aftermarket,
especially now.
Yeah, I think they keep that in mind. Like there's an entire aftermarket culture out there
because
for this car.
Like the people buying, like I always think of like the Infinities. Like there's literally like memes of like the person buying the brand new Infinity sedan, and then like where it's at now, it's like it's some Mexican kid. Some Mexican kid owns it now, and it's like slammed, and it's like it has no muffler, so it's loud as fuck, and it's like whatever the fuck. But like
it was a luxury car.
Yeah, this was just like a regular ass like sedan that you could just whip. Like it was a regular car, you know what I mean? And like same thing with like Civics. But it's like I've always wanted to do that, but then it's like I remember telling one of my friends, I was just like, I want to buy like a Acura, like Integra. And he was like, and just like have it look sick. And he was like, dude, you don't want to be another Mexican with a tuner car. And I was like, yeah, you're kind of right.
Damn.
Was he Mexican?
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like one of the most Mexican people I know.
So you were keeping it real.
Yeah. He was just like, bro, you're just gonna be another Mexican with a tuner. And I was
right down Central.
I was like, and then like through in my head, I was like, I flashed like how many times you see just like a Honda that's like, and it's like going
all day,
30
every day,
miles an hour.
Oh, going to nowhere.
Nowhere fast.
Going nowhere. They're trying. What?
Right.
RPM
going slow as shit.
Maxing out the RPMs.
Yeah, dude. Dog. But yeah, there was a lot of fucking. I don't know. It was crazy. Like watching it back, and I was like, this is the first time I'm really watching this movie, because before it was just kind of like something I threw on. And it was entertaining, and that's another thing. It's edited very well because there's not a lot of slow parts.
No. Because it's engaged the whole time.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're going from the robbery in the beginning, and then cut to Dom or Brian at the cafe, and then cut to like him going to Harry's. It was like, I need Nos, and then cut to literally instantly to the race, and then, and then,
immediately to the race,
and then the race.
It was fucked up what Tran did to Harry.
What Tran did to Harry?
Yeah,
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that scene with the fucking like oil?
With the oil fucking like that's
fucking,
dude.
what the fuck?
Like dude,
That
are you
was
a
like-
psycho?
He was mad because he didn't get his engine.
Yeah,
like,
there's
dog, I
no
would've
fucking
blew the-
engine.
I would have sabotaged everything he ever got ever again. I would have blew that nigga up at one
Yeah,
point.
dude, fucking holding him down and putting like engine lube.
That's insane.
Poison him because you didn't get your shit.
Like
in
this is
time?
like some Abu Ghraib fucking Guantanamo
Yeah,
Torture.
Like
Right.
what the fuck is
like
going
when
on?
I ain't gonna lie, when he got shot, I was like, that was for Harry, bitch. Like,
For
fuck
real.
you.
Dude, and the way he like skirts to the side, pulls up to the boom,
Bah,
boom.
bah, bah, hit that nigga.
That shit
Fuck
was
you.
sick.
I
And-
said, man, I when you said when we were talking about before how Jesse and Trandy, you're like, oh shit, they was like,
Yeah.
niggas was dying in this joint.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
What happened to like? I remember. Yeah, I watched. I was just like, God, he's a good villain. Like, why don't they like bring him back? I was like, but then the scene came up where he gets fucking shot, and I'm like, oh yeah, they fucking.
I was like, man, it'd be so dope if they brought him back for like Fast and the Furious 11. Like they brought Jesse back. I was like, oh yeah, that nigga dead.
Oh yeah,
dog.
Jesse
Like,
fucking died. R.I.P.
He would have
Jesse.
been back. He would have been back.
Yeah,
if
dude,
they
Jesse
ain't-
was a cool character.
Right.
Like he was
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah,
It was
man.
kind of like sad. Like
oh yeah,
like
Oh,
his
yeah.
arc in the movie.
He
'cause-
was Jesse. Oh wait a minute, what's the motherfucking Jackie from Four Brothers?
Jack. Yeah. It's the same.
It's the
It's the same kind of like. Even the way he died.
Little brother
Died in
kinda.
front of-
He's
got
the
shot in front of the
only
house.
Family he got shot in front of the house because of some beef
Damn.
that your brothers had. Come on now. Yeah.
And
That's
okay,
why I'm gonna
the
call him
connection-
Jesse because I was like, oh shit.
The connection too is in Too Fast and Furious was directed by John Singleton. John Singleton also directed Four Brothers.
Mm-hmm. Fast and Furious is all up.
That's all connected. Which I'm
No way.
But anyway, but yeah, Jesse, he had like ADD. He was like a genius because
he's really smart.
even when what's his name Brian was undercover and he was like with him, he was like, bro, you're like smart as fuck. He was like, you should be doing this.
you should be doing it at MIT.
And then
Might
he
be a great automotive engineer.
yeah, dude. And the amount of people I've met that are like that, like car dudes, where it's just like, bro, you're like smart as fuck. And like some people's minds are like built for that shit.
Yeah.
Like
Some people are just smart at a thing.
at like car, like for some, like to me, I see it's like people see cars and they're like, it's a machine where that they just get how it works. Like,
Makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense though.
And it's just kind of like that's their niche. where
Just
it's-
clicks.
Yeah, where it's just like it just makes sense to them. Like, you know, people pick up an instrument and they're like, yeah, I just get it. I feel like a lot of people can be like that with cars, where it's like, and I wonder like what it is like, because you know how I'm viewing as like, you know, like STEM, like some people just fall into science or some people just fall into math or so, like some people's like whatever you call it, they just get it. But cars is easy, like engineering, I guess. Is what
Yeah. There's like that would be like your mechanical score. That's how when you see it that way. Like those people have high mechanical scores in their ASVABs.
Like to
That
me, those
test is
people are
set up like that.
geniuses. Like,
that part of the ASVAB isn't for geniuses. But I know what you mean. Like they have a natural inclination to like, what's that show? Oh, I think they canceled that new MacGyver. I think when they were trying to reboot MacGyver, I think that's how they would like show him doing stuff in his head. It would like superimpose like something on there, and he's making stuff like click together. But that would make sense.
Yeah.
For MacGyver.
They
like,
do that in The Good Doctor, but he's autistic, you know?
Yeah.
Rain Man.
So he's able
it's like
to-
Rain Man,
yeah.
but for cars. I feel like that's what a lot of people.
Yeah. A lot of people are that. Like you're like, man, and they be saying stuff. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know those words that you're saying. Those parts and shit.
But yeah, and another fun fact, I guess, was Michelle Rodriguez, who's fucking awesome. Like, she's
Super hot in the movie.
super hot. Jordana Brewster.
This
who played
was
Mia,
like her top tier.
This was only her second movie. She was in
J-Rock.
She was in that movie, Girl Fight, the boxing movie. Did you guys ever hear about that?
I do remember that. Yeah.
That was her first movie, and then her second movie was this. And then her role was as Letty was supposed to be like just like a trophy girlfriend, like just someone who didn't really have any lines, wasn't really a character. But Michelle Rodriguez was just like, I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm gonna, like, she has to.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Stand there and be cute. Fuck is you talking about?
Yeah, and she was like, no, I want to. She was like, I think a note she had was like, I want to punch someone in the face.
Yeah, I was just about to say, she swung on it. She said, "Oh, motherfucker, pulling up."
Yeah.
She pulled up. She pulled up hard as shit.
Yeah.
Still does.
Her first scene. Yep.
She rode, but she's a rider.
Right.
She take care of this. She take care of his kid that's not hers.
Right.
She do everything for Dom now. Still.
And she died and came
I'm
back.
still mad that they renamed him.
Renamed him?
Yeah, to Brian Jr.
Wait, the kid? Dom's kid?
The kid.
Wait, so he already had a name.
He already had it. He had a mama and a name.
And they said,
and they took him home. It was like, nah, Brian Jr.
Damn, I ain't even think about that. Because that mama ain't no damn Brian.
Right.
And that's not Brian's kid. Because he got a mama too.
Did they really call that baby Brian Jr.?
Mm-hmm.
No, they didn't. I might look that up. If they call that baby Brian Jr., it ain't even his kid.
But the fun fact was Michelle Rodriguez and Jordana Brewster didn't even have driver's licenses when they were in this movie. They had to like learn how to drive. Not only learn how to drive, but learn how to drift and like drive fast and shit.
And drive stick shift. Not just drive in general. Stick shift.
Fucking
manual.
The whole like literally learn how to drive good as fuck. Because I think Jordana Brewster was like was telling the director like, no, like you don't get it. Like you shouldn't trust me driving a car.
Which is why it's funny when she's like a super bad driver. Mm-hmm. And she's like fucking all over the road.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because she drives
after their
that
date.
one blue car. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like whipping that shit.
Yeah. And he's like, oh shit. Like literally scared. Like, yeah, you should be.
People are fucking retarded. People are mad that little Brian is. They were like, why is he black? And you're like, he's Brazilian.
Yeah, isn't Dom?
Vin Diesel is ethnically ambiguous, but Dom is white in the movie.
Did you know Vin Diesel, he made his own short film. I think it's called Multifacial. And it's him as like a Mexican
fucking
dude.
Pause, dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
No homo, pause.
But it's him as like a Native American, dressed as a Native American, dressed as a Mexican, just as like a Cuban, Spanish, a whole bunch of different things to kind of prove that he can play anything and that he's not like, because of his like ethnic background, his ambiguity.
Ethnic ambiguity, yeah.
Which he still never claims anything.
I think he says he's Italian. He's that they say there's black in there, Cuban, and he's Italian. I think that's like the main things he knows about his grandparents.
Mm.
And then apparently he made that like short film as like a kind of like a I can be casted as anything, which is still, I don't know, that's crazy to me.
It's like he fucking made an audition tape. It was like, I could be anybody.
That is so fucking funny, dog. I don't know why it's one of the funniest things Vin Diesel could do.
Because it's
man.
like
that is funny.
Vin Diesel, he seems like he's just so, just like not full of himself, but just kind of like just confident.
Oh yeah, he's definitely confident.
Because he and that's a whole watching this scene where after the race where they when they pop the hood of Brian's car, and then Jesse's like, oh, you fucking blew your intake, and then there's that scene where Vin Diesel, bro, they treat him like a king, and this probably had to be the best day in Vin Diesel's life, to where like every word you say, everyone in the crowd's gonna be like, oh,
right,
like laughing. There is like double shifted granny double clutching like you should, and just saying like any weird
super
line.
hot fire.
And then everyone's like, oh, and he was like, you almost had me, you never had me. And he's like, you could ask any racer, any real racer. winning.
This nigga had the most New York accent in L.A.
And it's
you almost beat me. You're like, nigga, are you from L.A. or what? What the fuck?
Right.
But
it's because he went to jail, really.
Yeah, because
So says him.
It's character accurate. He
it is character accurate.
He went to prison for. Dude, and then the scene where he's like telling Brian, he was just like, I heard screaming, but it was me who was screaming. I was like, that is just good writing, but it's like him walking around the garage. Like Vin Diesel knows what he's doing, but I feel like he did so good in this movie that when he came back or technically he came back in the end of the third one, but in the fourth movie, where it's just like he's like, yeah, this is my franchise. We will do anything I want, and it's
that's exactly what happened in the fourth one. He said, "I'm back." Once he was back, niggas we was.
That's
all
when shit started getting crazy.
Yeah, once he was back, we said we don't care.
We don't care.
Because that's
how
when
good he was in the first one. We said we don't
give him
care
fucking superpowers at this point.
He does have superpowers. What are you talking about?
Basically,
it's called
family. Literally.
You already know that. I don't know why you said that. You knew he had a superpower.
Oh my gosh.
Because this dude is looking at his Vin Diesel's credits right now. Like, so he was before Fast and Furious. He was in Pitch Black, and then he was that one dude in Saving Private Ryan. He gets killed in Saving Private Ryan.
He can act. The motherfucker can act. Because he has all of his movies. I don't think there's any movies that haven't done well.
Pitch Black was a good movie.
He did Triple X after this.
Franchise. Triple X, people love Triple X. People love Triple X.
The Pacifier, huge fan.
Come on, dog.
Huge fan.
That's a banger.
The Pacifier, talk about going on a run.
Espionage plus children. It was like around the Spy Kids time too, so it was like
he got to be like more like humorous.
I wonder, is that where the beef starts with them too? Because then you got the Tooth Fairy with the Rock. You know the Rock and Vin Diesel really bang with each other like that.
Yeah, so 05 was the Pacifier. The Tooth Fairy. Let me see. The Tooth Fairy was 2010, 5 years later.
Oh, never mind.
But The Rock was still doing like, what was that? The Game Plan. Like he was like doing kids movies. But Vin Diesel, I think that was like 03 when The Pacifier came out.
Oh, the Pacifier was a good time, man.
We had that on DVD, and then so he was in Saving Private Ryan, and then he did Pitch Black. Pitch Black was in 2000. And then he was in this movie called The Boiler Room. I never seen it.
Sounds familiar.
But it's like a pre-Wolf of Wall Street, like it's like a finance bro movie.
That's when he had hair in that movie. Dude.
He had like a fade, yeah.
Yeah. He was actually really good in that movie too.
And then he does Fast and Furious, and then after that he does Triple X. And then he's in a couple movies, like A Man Apart, the F. Gary Gray movie that I've never seen.
Man Apart was good too.
And then The Chronicles of Riddick in 04.
I hated Pitch Black, but love Chronicles of Riddick.
Oh, okay. The Pacifier was 05.
And that nigga had a run. He could do whatever the fuck he want now.
And then he just went straight, because that was 05, and then he did this movie called Babylon AD.
Yeah,
that seems like a Rob movie.
The animated movie Babylon AD. That was an animated movie.
Ooh, directed by Matthew Kassovitz, who's like a French
Babylon
director.
AD
that's like a weird.
That movie was, I don't know. I don't think it bombed. I think it was one of them cult classics.
Yeah.
I don't know how well it did. I think it might be a cult classic.
I'll have to check that out and I'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. I think that was, because when did that movie Atlantis come out?
Atlantis?
Yeah, because Babylon AD, Treasure Planet, Atlantis, they all kind of like favored each other to me in their animation styles and like how it went about.
Atlantis? I can't find nothing. Are you sure it was called that?
It's a animated movie.
Oh, Atlantis, The Lost Empire?
Yeah.
01.
2001.
Treasure Planet.
Chad, you said Babylon AD came out when? 08?
08, yeah.
That was still when animated movies were taking for fucking ever to make, though.
Yeah, that's true.
So when the Treasure Planet came out, probably in between there.
And then
Between 01
after
and
that, he just did Fast and Furious, Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, and then 2014 he's Groot. So
he's never had a flop.
Technically, I mean, in between he did The Last Witch Hunter, which never seen that.
Still fucking that's a me movie.
It still wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
Fucking bad, man.
It wasn't terrible.
The story wasn't bad. It wasn't fucking bad.
And then in 2017, he does XXX Return of Xander Cage.
Lit.
Because they had Ice Cube come and do the other
State of the
XXX movie.
Which I fucked with. I loved XXX State of the Union. One of the most I gotta check that out too. Because that was such an era of like the DVDs we had. It was Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah.
It was every Ice Cube movie. Every Bernie Mac movie.
Ice Cube did say he doesn't like Ghost of Mars, and that broke my heart. He's like, I hated that movie. I said,
oh no.
Destroyed me. It was a really bad movie, though.
Dude, so XXX Return of Xander Cage grossed $380 million.
I think it wasn't a bad movie, if I remember.
Dude, how that had a fucking amazing box office.
I think that wasn't a bad movie.
Maybe we'll do that sometime. Maybe not right after this. You know what we should do after we're done Fast and Furious? The Mission Impossible movies.
Oh my God, we're going to be on that for 2 months, 3 months.
But
I still haven't seen the last one. I got to see 8.
Dude, I haven't seen the last one, but the first Dead Reckoning, not the final Reckoning, but Dead Reckoning.
Oh, I haven't seen 9.
That shit's good.
That's another one. I can't say that there's a bad Mission Impossible.
I don't think there is either, dude.
I can't say that there is one. I don't know if has Tom Cruise ever had a bad movie?
I don't think so, dude. Hold on. We might be cracking something.
Whoa.
Him, Vin Diesel, Denzel Washington.
Because even early Tom Cruise, you get Risky Business, Top Gun, Color of
Money. That's not even fair to talk about early Tom Cruise.
Cocktail.
Yeah, that's all 80s.
Vin Diesel had the same actual, like, I can show y'all I can really act, and then leave me the fuck alone. I'm going to do what I want after this.
Because then he goes Rain Man, Born on the 4th of July, Days of Thunder, Few Good Men, The Firm, Interview with the Vampire, Mission Impossible, Jerry Maguire, Eyes Wide Shut. Dude, talk about it.
It's not even fair. It's not even fair.
He can do however many Mission Impossibles he wants. He's proven himself more than capable.
This
is why Samuel L. Jackson said, they were like, why did you do Snakes on the Plane? He said, because I fucking wanted to.
Yeah.
Right, because why not?
Samuel L. Jackson.
He said, I do it, but he said, I liked it. He's like, I like sci-fi, so I like to do stuff like that. I enjoy playing those parts.
And then Tom Cruise, still on Tom Cruise. I'm just looking at his filmography.
He was in Black Snake Moan too, right?
Yeah. Where'd you learn how to do that? Black Snake Moan? That was from The Office. Where was it Aaron, the front desk redheaded girl?
When you showed me that scene, that is so fucking funny. I still haven't watched that show.
She's like, go flirt with that guy. And I forgot what she says. She was like,
have you seen that movie? What's it called, babe? The Treasure on Foggy Mountain.
Oh my gosh.
It's on Peacock. Nate, you gotta watch it after we get off of here. The Treasure of Foggy Mountain or something like that. That shit is like some super bad level.
Please Don't Destroy?
Yeah.
Yes, Please Don't Destroy the Treasure of Foggy Mountain or something.
Those guys, they have a YouTube channel called Please Don't Destroy. The Treasure of Foggy Mountain, right here. When 3 friends who live together realize that they don't like their life trajectory, they set off to find a gold treasure that is rumored to be buried in the nearby mountain. I didn't know they had a movie.
This is one of the fun. I had no idea who them dudes were. One of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time. I was so happy that I've watched it 3 times.
I gotta watch
so
it.
many. I love absurdity. That shit.
Yeah. Have you seen Friendship? Did you watch that? It's on
What is
HBO.
that?
Dude, the Tim Robinson movie with Paul Rudd.
I fell asleep. I did start watching it, and I remember like almost crying, laughing before I fell asleep watching
Dude,
it.
that
Absurd.
movie, and you have to watch The Chair Company. I don't know if you watched it's a show on HBO Max called The Chair Company with Tim Robinson. It is my favorite show I've ever seen in my life. It's about this guy Tim Robinson. He plays I think like a production or what do you call it? Like a property manager. And he's like the head of this property management where they're building a mall. And in the first episode, he's like presenting it to the board members and everything like that. There's this big, presentation, and he sits down on like this office chair, and it breaks when he sits down, and he gets so embarrassed because it breaks and he falls in front of everyone, and the whole show he goes down this rabbit hole trying to find the person who made this chair.
That embarrassed him?
Yeah. And he's like trying to get a hold of the company. The company doesn't exist. He tries to go to their website.
Oh my gosh.
He finds like an email. The email's not responding, and then he like finds like an address, and then he goes to an address, and then there's some weird guy. He's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And then he
because of this fucking chair.
Because of this chair, and dude, it's the funniest
I'm assuming
show.
Tim Robbins is a writer.
He's like, yeah, he's definitely.
He has because he's like popped off super heavy in like the past 5 years.
Because he had the Netflix show that I Think You Should Leave.
That was
his sketch show.
That shit was fucking. Those little clips and those memes were being used for like 2 years. Like,
dude,
me,
Titi, and the twins quote, like, literally, if you go watch the Patreon episode, we're like, you gotta find a way to make money off of this. It's too good. It's simply too good. I gotta figure out a way to make money off of this. But yeah, Tim Robinson, The Chair Company, Friendship. You guys have to watch Friendship because, yeah, he meets Paul Rudd, and Paul Rudd's like the coolest dude, like of all time.
Paul Rudd is he's just like this random. Is he divorced? He's divorced, right?
Yeah, he's like this. No, is he?
Yeah, it's something. It's something like some kind of like. He has that like 70s metropolitan vibe.
Yeah, like he's like super open-minded.
Yeah,
and he's like super zen and like stoic. Yeah, and yeah, Menda, you would fucking.
It's like what's his name? What was his name? And what was his character in Anchorman?
Oh, Brian Fantana.
Yeah, it was like a smarter. It was like a smarter Brian Fantana in that.
Yeah, dude. Movie. Friendship. That movie was. I love the idea that movie even exists because it's such like you could tell it's a small budget movie. Like it's just purely just writing, and it's just funny because it's like I don't know. It's just like there's nothing crazy happening, but it's just like just because of like what Tim Robinson is doing, it's the funniest shit possible. But yeah, the fucking Friendship, you gotta watch The Chair Company. But going back to Vin Diesel and his legacy that he's blessing us with one, his work as Groot, but also bringing us the fucking on his back the Fast and Furious franchise. Which there is going to be an 11th one that's going to come out in 2028 called Fast Forever. And it's going to have Jason Momoa in it and The Rock. Fast Forever.
Jason Momoa and The Rock.
I'm ready. I know it's off, but I'm ready for Jason Momoa as Lobo. I'm super excited for that.
He's going to be Lobo?
Yeah, in a Supergirl movie. It's the James Gunn Supergirl.
Dude, so have you read? We can close with this. Have you read the Batman, the Brave and the Bold? Have you? It's like a newer. I think it started a couple of years ago.
No, I haven't read it. No.
So James Gunn is trying to make the next Batman movie, and he doesn't have now there's no director attached to it. And Sam Raimi, who famously made this Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, back in the 80s, he wanted to do the Batman movie. Like, he was really trying to do what ended up being the Tim Burton, the Jack Nicholson Joker one. Sam Raimi wanted to do that. And then I think 15 years went by, and then he ended up doing the Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire. But now there's no director on the new Batman movie that's supposed to be part of the new DC universe. And
is
James
it Robert Pattinson still?
Is what?
Is it Robert?
No,
Pattinson
not
still?
that one. The different universe.
The James Gunn continuity.
The James Gunn one, yeah. Robert Pattinson.
They're not even putting Pattinson. His is like a standalone.
Yeah,
like,
that's its
art
own
film
thing.
type of thing.
Yeah, and which I fuck with the Batman. That's like, I loved that movie, the Robert Pattinson one. But apparently, the new Batman movie that's going to come out part of the new DC universe, that James Gunn universe, is going to be based off The Brave and the Bold. And apparently it's going to have Robin. Like, it's going to be a Batman and Robin movie. And I think there's a high chance Sam Raimi is going to fucking do it. And I hope he does. Because Sam Raimi... Cool. I don't know. It's crazy that we live in a world now that, like, people don't want to just give Sam Raimi a blank check on a Batman movie. Because, like, he made Send Help that just came out, which I'll say was a amazing movie. And because I went into it, I was like, okay, Sam Raimi, he's back. His first movie after Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. And which flopped, which wasn't really his fault, because that whole production of Doctor Strange was just a mess. Like, literally, Sam Raimi came on to the project while they were halfway through shooting the movie.
Yeah, what he did, MOM?
Yeah.
And it's definitely not his. A lot of those movies got slack, and it was just COVID and all kinds of other stuff.
And Sam Raimi does Send Help with Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien, and it was fucking great. It'll come out on streaming. You guys will probably watch it when it comes out on streaming, but it is entertaining as fuck. It's not that long of a movie, but it's just like the way Sam Raimi, I mean, he did Spider-Man. Like, he knows how to, like, tell, like, a story and, like, effectively, like, use special effects. Like, it's bloody, it gets violent, but it's like not like it's like, I don't know, like, he did the Evil Dead, all the Evil Dead movies. Like, Sam Raimi, like, he's a master. Like, he's just one of the masters. And I think giving him the Batman would be one of the best choices, like, they could possibly do.
This motherfucker got a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. Send Help.
Yeah, dude, it's a really good movie, and it has your boy in it, fucking Styles.
Yeah, Dylan O'Brien.
Yeah, and he's fucking good, dude. I'm calling this right now. Dylan O'Brien is gonna have this wave, this renaissance of movies. Like, I think over the next, like, 5 years, 10 years, he's gonna come out with, like, some good ass movies, because he's good and he's funny. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell he's just like when, like, even in Teen Wolf, like, because me and Tatiana, we started watching Teen Wolf recently, and he's like you can tell, like, he's just like hilarious. A silly guy, like, you know, like, he's just got.
He was a big reason why I watched the show. Was the Styles,
right?
When all this shit went down, I don't know how far you went, but shit happens with Styles.
Oh, no.
Shit happens with Styles, and it kind of the shit that happened with Styles is, you can see why he is where he is now, because he's so silly the entire show until the shit that goes down with him, and you're like, oh, this motherfucker can, like,
act.
He can act.
Act. If you haven't gotten that far, you'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah,
It's like season 3. It's like season 3 is where he's like, you're like, this nigga's the star of the show. It's one of them, like, the second dude, like Green Ranger type shit. Like, the Green Ranger show up, and everybody love Tommy now. Fuck Jason.
Because none of this really matters. Because none of this really matters. It really matters. It really matters. It really matters.